It's hard enough to make a ROM hack that can compete with the original game, but to make one that is basically a full replacement for the original is a whole other thing. Smash Remix is able to pull that off and then some. I've played a handful of Smash hacks and mods in my time, especially Project M, but what I appreciate about Remix is that it's one of the most drastic overhauls of all, but still is mechanically the same game for the most part. Games like Project M and Project Plus aim to correct the perceived faults of the base game, where Remix embraces the original game and then just fills it with extra content and enhancements. The game adds 12 characters over the base roster as of version 1.0, and each one is incredibly high quality in terms of both animations and modeling, but also critically, how they play. Granted, many of these characters are based at least in part off their iterations in official Smash titles, so some credit should go to the original devs, but even Conker, who is wholly unique to Smash Remix, feels perfectly realized. What really makes Smash Remix so great for me though, is the attention they put into everything else. It bolsters a stage list that is absolutely massive with a fair amount of customization available on a per stage basis, and which should satisfy just about any kind of Smash player from the competitive to the casual. The devs also put a lot of time into the single player content, which is something you don't really see in other Smash Bros. Hacks, adding break the targets and board the platform stages for every character. A new remixed classic mode that acts as basically a showcase for all the stuff they added to Remix, and even an All-Stars mode straight out of Melee. A couple more details that I absolutely love include being able to play as the boss characters in multiplayer, one of which is the Mad Piano from Mario 64. These characters are of honestly equal quality to the rest of the roster, but totally overpowered as should be expected. But what really put me over the edge and made it clear that I needed to highlight this hack was that it runs on actual N64 hardware, which I'm happy to say is something that's becoming increasingly more common for N64 hacks. I'm sure in an emulator this hack is still great, but playing on an actual N64 with the controller it was intended for, and with all the graphical characteristics of the console, is a game changer. Especially when playing with other people, there's just something special that happens when you're playing on original hardware on a TV, that, at least in my opinion, emulation can't match. But that's all for me. Join us next time on Retro Game Stuff, where we'll talk about more retro game stuff.